And welcome live here from Hammond Student Center. It's day 3 of the 79th annual Greenwood Blue and Gold. It's the Nixa Eagles taking on the Strafford Indians. I'm Brady Return alongside my partner Brady Richard. Brady, how you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's going to be a really good matchup. Both teams 7-0 going into yesterday. For the first time since 2004, the number 1 seed fell to an unseeded team. And that was Bolivar taking down the Eagles. It was Brody Engel pulling up from the Bear and, absolutely drilling.
Yeah, just drilled the shot. And I was seeing in interviews, he said he thought he airballed. He thought he completely missed. They're going to go into overtime, but he drills it. And since Nixa packing to the loser's bracket now, and now we're in this stadium, instead of Great Southern Bank.
Yeah, and, like we said, since 2004 when the Eagles lost to Ash Grove, that was the last time a 1 seed has lost to a unseeded team, and it was the Eagles. It was actually Coach Jay Osborne, who's actually the head coach of Catholic. They fell yesterday as well in the gold division. So right now it's the Strafford Indians taking on the Nixa Eagles. Greenwood ran the table. Colin Clark, 33 points against the Strafford Indians. After Cody Voice, he had 37 the day before. He went silent. That Greenwood offense absolutely lit up their defense, and really nothing else could get going. One plus I saw out of the Strafford offense, I saw Connor Rogers hit 4 threes in a row, and then they took him out of the game. And that's all I really saw from that team. I know they're a really good team, and they're going to be a scary team in that Class 4 District 10 along with Bolivar. But I don't know. I think both teams have just kind of lost that motivation. Yeah,
and what killed Nixa yesterday was just the free throws, and that's kind of been the narrative for Nixa over these past couple of years. We saw it a couple years ago at that Cale Combs Colin Ruffin team, and against Catholic actually in the blue and gold. They missed free throws that cost them in the Tournament of Champions they were in. They missed free throws that cost them, and yesterday
against Milton.
Yeah, against Milton, and then yesterday they shoot maybe 4 for 12 from the free throw line. That's just not going to win you games. Simple as that. Those are free points. They've got to hit those, and especially in those big moments like that where it can come down to those points, and they just weren't able to hit them, and they lost yesterday. So I think they got to focus on that today, really start hitting free throws, and it'll help them a lot.
And the difference between Hammond Student Center and Great Southern Bank is the depth perception. The whole building's easier to shoot in. Yeah. And that's been seen through the past years. Nixa set records in this building, and it's just been kind of Great Southern Bank Arena's their kryptonite when it comes to shooting free throws, for sure. Let's take a look at yesterday. They don't have the stats in. Never mind. One person I was really impressed with at the free throw line, he missed 3, was Adam McKnight. He was lights out. I think he shot 8. He missed 3. And that was a big improvement from where he was, I believe, a week ago to today, or yesterday even.
Yeah, I was listening to you and Aiden the other day, and it was something, Adam was 47% from the free throw line on the season, 40-something. But hitting 5 for 8 yesterday really is an improvement, like you said, and he's the one that goes to the free throw line a lot, like you said, 8 times. Maybe he'll go 10 some games, and he just needs to be the one that gets there, and once he gets there, he's got to knock them down, because borderline, you want your players shooting 75% or more from the line if they can, and 40% just isn't going to cut it.
For sure, and we finally got to see Combs break that 20 category. He hit 20 for the first time this season. He's been averaging around 17 points a game, but he finally broke 20, which he hasn't done all year, and then McKnight had 19 himself. As a team, you can't have 2 players account for 39 of your 56 points and expect to win that ball game.
Yeah, and looking at the Florida scores, too, while they were there, it was always just McKnight Combs at the top of the scoring. It was McKnight with around 10 to 15, and then Combs, like you said, averaging 17. So I think more players need to step up and score more, obviously. Take kind of a leader role. Bryce Foster, he's a senior that could take it. Kevon Flint, Randy Flint, we know they can drive to the basket. Just someone else needs to step up and start scoring points and making a difference in these games. So teams don't just have to look for Adam McKnight and Jace Combs. They have to look for Adam McKnight, Jace Combs, and Kevon Flint, or some other players along the team that can also score points.
And yesterday we saw the absence of Randy Flint play into effect. He hasn't made the biggest impact on the offensive side of the ball, but dude is a defender. He's a guy who's going to be in your face. He's leading the team in steals right now. I believe he has 13. He's a dog.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a cornerback playing it like football. He just jumps up, takes the ball right out of the air. I'll see them pass it, and he's just playing on-ball defense, and he just jumps up and steals it right from him. And, yeah, like you say, just a dog on defense. He hustles one end to the other, and they're gonna need him back. And their defensive presence is really missing, like you said yesterday. Just not a lot of steals that they usually get, and it's not leading to the offensive fast breaks that they usually have.
For sure, and another thing was you talked about them not getting the three-point shot off at all. We didn't see any separation. We went 1 for 5 yesterday, or 1 for 4 or 5 yesterday, and the only 3 came from a corner 3 from Bryce Foster that he banked in to tie it up. Combs went 0 for 2, Ty Kellis went 0 for 1, and Bryce Foster went 1 for 1, or 1 for 2 actually, so that would be.
Yeah, and you'd like to see more three-pointers out of this Nixa team. Obviously, Jace Combs came out firing the first day. He was 3 for 3 to start. We know Bryce Foster can shoot, and we know Ty Kellis has been able to shoot well this season. But, yeah, I just think they need to put more threes up because overall the game's changing, high school and all levels, and three-pointers are kind of the way to go. And as a team, you want to try to get more up and make more because that's kind of how you win games nowadays.
For sure, and we saw that. Yeah. I mean, that's all it is. Bolivar hit almost all their threes they took. They didn't miss. They were well disciplined. They won that game at the free throw line as well. And I'm excited to see what fire this lights under this Eagles team.
And what was also surprising to me is I remember going to the Jamboree, and our Nixa junior varsity team, they played Bolivar varsity, and they did pretty well because they were playing up and the football players were still playing, and they did pretty well. So it was just surprising for me to see them lose. But like you said, Bolivar, a well-coached team, and their players played well yesterday.
Dark horse. They can make a run, and I don't know if an unseeded team has won the blue and gold this year, but I got Bolivar taking it. I mean, I believe they have Greenwood today, and that Greenwood offense is high-powered, hard to stop. You have Logan Sanders and then Colin Clark, the MSU commit. I don't see a reason why Bolivar can't win that game, and then I don't see a reason why Bolivar can't win against Republic or win against Willard, because honestly, at the end of the day, all those COC teams are the same team.
Yeah, and they all play hard against each other, like you said. They all play the same. It's kind of like football. They all have kind of had that running offense. They kind of all have the same offense in basketball. But Bolivar, they come out. They're a good three-point shooting team. They're well coached, like you said. They're disciplined. So I think they have all the tools to go and make a run this year, especially their confidence is high after knocking off the 1-seed Nixa.
We're going to send it down to our PA announcer for starting lineups in National Anthem. We'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Beauty and Wellness Co.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 79th Annual Greenwood Blue and Gold Tournament presented by the Chevy dealers of the Ozarks. This is a consolation semifinal in the Gold Division. The starting lineups for the 79th Annual Greenwood Blue and Gold Tournament presented by Edge Stoneworks, the best local choice in the Ozarks for custom countertops. This semifinal will pit the Nixa Eagles, who will be the home team on the scoreboard, versus the Strafford Indians, who will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. The starting lineups. First, for the Strafford Indians, coached by Tyler Ryerson. Leading off, number 2, a 6-foot junior, Tyler Hart. Number 10, a 5'11" senior, Ryder Ross. Number 13, a 6'2" senior, Colton Willis. Number 14, a 6'1" senior, Cody Boise. And number 23, a 6'0" senior, Connor Rogers. And now the starting lineups for the Nixa Eagles, coached by Brock Blanson. Number 1, a 6-foot senior, Bryce Foster. Number 2, a 6-foot senior, Kevon Flint. Number 11, a 6'3" senior, JC Combs. Number 13, a 6'1" junior, Ty Pellis. And number 21, a 6'4" sophomore, Adam McKnight.
And we are back here at Hammond Student Center for the tip-off between the Strafford Indians and the Nixa Eagles. Winner goes to the 5th place game, loser goes home. And, I mean, I don't remember the last time Nixa didn't go to day 4 of the tournament.
Yeah, they've just been so dominant. I'm looking down these tournament winners, and every year it's just Nixa in the championship game. But, frankly, they're not here this year, or they're not going to be there this year, and now they've got to fight for 5th place, which you got to treat it like the championship game. This is their championship now, and they've got to play their hearts out to win.
Here's Ty Kellis, the near wing, moving it around. Back over Kevon Flint. Flint's going to look inside. He finds McKnight. McKnight guarded tightly by Boise. Hands it back off. Boise switches on. Kevon Flint now. Flint in the corner finds Foster. Foster back corner. Flint jab step. Looks inside, jump ball, a push is going to be called there on Ryder Ross. Nixa wearing the home whites, and the Strafford Indians wear the away grays.
Yeah, and that whole possession there before the foul, they're playing aggressive on McKnight. Saw him coming out top of the key. He kind of got fouled a little, but they didn't call it. So McKnight just needs to play with that aggression that they're playing with and go harder at the basket.
McKnight will step through there and put up an easy 2, and the Eagles will strike first here. Bringing it up court, we're going to see Ryder Ross. Ross passes it over, finds Colton Willis. Willis to Boise now. Back over Rogers. Willis stands far wing, cutting. There's Hunt. Guarded tightly by Foster. Near wing, Rogers looks back door pass taken away there by Ty Kellis. Kellis is going to push it up, and the Strafford Indians defense will retrieve.
Yeah, and Kellis has played really well ever since that first tournament they had. And Rogers, he kind of worked his way from the first game into the starting lineup now with Flint out. And he's just kind of been a star that's blossomed this season and been a great role player for Nixa and can get a bucket really anytime he wants.
McKnight will be fouled there, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 2 starters from yesterday in the Strafford Indians game is currently starting right now. They benched 3 of their starters, and now we're going to see the 3 starters head into the game. We're going to see Brody Ripp, Bradley Mullins, along with Jordan Edelstein. So now we're going to have all 5 starters back on the court. Out goes Rogers, Ross. There's one more who headed out.
Yeah, and I think that's just
Willis.
I think that's just their coach disciplining them after kind of that no-show that they brought up yesterday, just to wake them up and make sure they're ready for the game before they go in today and make sure they don't put up that dud that they had yesterday.
Here's Kellis, a mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound there by Edelstein. Edelstein's going to move it up court now. He looks in the corner. Here's Mullins. Mullins driving through the lane. Looks back door for Hunt, and it will be out of bounds. They'll say it's tipped by the Eagles, and the up man's going to be Cody Boise. Here's Edelstein coming off a screen, moves it around, finds Ty Hunt. Hunt now driving through the lane, pulls it back out. Now over Mullins. Mullins kicks it around. Boise guarded by Flint. Picks up his dribble, looks inside. McKnight pokes it free, grabbed by Kellis. Kellis is going to be in transition now. He's picked up quickly by Boise. Here's Combs left open, a deep 3. It's good. And Jace Combs.
And there's the fire they were missing yesterday. A good 3 from Jace Combs to get it started and really bring up the confidence for this Nixa team, as that one gets them on the board first, and now I expect them to keep shooting throughout this game.
Foster pokes that one free from Mullins. He'll go to the hoop, throws it off the glass. No good. A charge will be called. And that's the definition of player control foul When you lose control of your body like that, it's always going to go the other way.
Yeah, just like you said, it looked out of control. Just kind of went looking for a foul, honestly, and fell over and just threw it up, hoping for one.
We're going to see Connor Rogers check back in the game. Out goes Bradley Mullins. Voicy bringing it up court as he crosses the timeline. Guarded tightly by Kevon Flint, moves it around Edelstein. Edelstein picked up by Combs. Back over Rogers. Rogers screen brought on. Picks up his dribble at the elbow. Going up, poked free there by Combs. It finds the hands of Voicy. Voicy looking for this first Indians point. Shot is blocked there by McKnight. He keeps his dribble falling to the ground. There was Hunt on the shot.
And although it wasn't made, it was a good look from Edelstein. Just looking inside, it was a great pass. It would have been easy, too, if it wasn't for Nixa just towering on him as he shot the ball.
McKnight will drive to the lane and get an easy 2, and the Eagles lead 8-0. Here's Edelstein picking up his dribble, kicking it around. Finds Rogers. Rogers driving to the hoop, pulls it back out. Hunt over Edelstein. Edelstein near corner. Rogers moves it around, looks inside, pokes free there. Foul will be called on McKnight. That was a jump ball between Edelstein and Brady Ripp.
Yeah, he just got on his hip there, kind of held him down so he couldn't get to the ball and poked it free, but they're going to call that every time if you hold on to the player so he can't move. And McKnight's confused with that one. He's angry going to the bench, but it was the right call. He's holding on to his hip.
McKnight will step out. Meltebarger will come in. Vincent will also come out. Out goes Foster. Also coming in will be Ryder Ross, actually, will check into the game for the Strafford Indians. Backdoor cutting. There's Edelstein. He'll throw it in, and the Indians will get their first points with 4:30 left on the clock.
Yeah, and that was just a good inbounds play. Brought all the attention to the right side with all the screens and just comes lacking and cut back door for the easy 2.
Here's Kellis. He fires from 3. No good off the back iron. Rebound there by Meltebarger. And a traveling violation will get called.
Just trying to find anyone to pass to, and just didn't realize he was traveling, I guess.
Mullins will check in. Rogers out, and Owen Seitz will come in to check. Come into the game, checks in. Out comes Ty Kellis. And Owen Seitz was coming in the second quarter yesterday, and it was a shocking scene, but we talked about needing a quick bucket, and Owen Seitz is the guy to call.
Yeah, Owen, he plays with such high confidence. He doesn't really care if he misses or not because it doesn't affect his confidence. He goes to the basket hard every time he shoots. I know he practices shooting every morning. Last year, I'd be there with him getting rebounds for him, and he's perfected his 3-ball, and his up and under layup is just everything. He's a great offensive player and can really score whenever he wants.
Timeout called by Strafford. Foster and McKnight will head back to the scores table, but it was really shocking in that moment. We saw his brother Carson take the role of being the 6th man when the Eagles needed a 3-pointer. You would call him, and I would love to see Owen take that role over because I know he's a good basketball player, great kid, and that'd be really exciting for him.
Yeah, and I've watched Owen just get better every single year. Ever since I was in 8th grade, I watched the freshman games before the varsity ones, and he was a starting point guard then, and he kind of just kept working up his role to where he is now. And like you said, he's an offensive star. He's good at shooting, finishing, and now all his hard work is paying off, and he's now getting varsity minutes.
The 5 on the court for the Eagles will be Foster, Flint, Seitz, McKnight, and Vincent throwing that one up. Voicy, he loses control of the ball, and he'll finish. A great look there by Cody Voicy.
Yeah, it was amazing body control. I thought he was going to maybe lose the ball and McKnight was going to get a chance to block it, but he just kept control, strong hands, and took it up strong.
Here's Flint heading to the rim, falling to the ground, and he'll get it off the glass. Voicy will push it back up court now. 10-4 is your score, 3:40 on the clock. In the corner, here's Edelstein. Edelstein drives to the hoop, met quickly by McKnight. He hits a brick wall. Here's McKnight in transition. He heads to the hoop on Hunt, lays it in, no good. Rebound by Foster, second chance will go. Voicy to bring it back up. He'll trip and fall.
And down there on that layup, good job by Foster, just knowing that his teammate McKnight's going to go up and he's going to embrace contact. It's going to be a hard shot, and he knows that. So he trails him just in case he misses, and he gets the putback exactly what he was hoping.
So Meltebarger will check in, Seitz will go out, and then Seitz will check back in and grab Kevon Flint.
Yeah, it's looking like something with his shoe. He's walking off the court now.
Here's Connor Rogers moving it around. Mullins high post, finds Willis. Willis drives at the free throw line, picks up his dribble, swinging it back around. Drives baseline, the floater over Meltebarger's hand, no good. One-hand snag there by Meltebarger. Actually, that was McKnight on the one-hand snag. Here's Foster to bring it up court. Bounce pass inside, Meltebarger posted up on Mullins, no good. Fighting for the board will be Vincent, and Mullins going toward the table, and he shoves off on Vincent, and a push will be called.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That did not look like a basketball play. Just kind of shoved him for no apparent reason.
Vincent will come out. Mullins will come out as well. And Seitz will check out, actually, instead of Vincent. I'm a little confused how that wasn't a flagrant. You can't, last time I checked, there's no ball in your hand. You can't walk up and shove somebody.
Yeah.
Here's coming off the screen. For three is Combs. No good. A foul's going to be called, and McKnight hits the ground hard. Be called on number 10, Ryder Ross. Jordan Edelstein will check back in the game. So will Cody Voicey. Out goes Willis and Ross. Jump ball over to Vincent. Vincent in the corner. Back Vincent. Here's McKnight, far wing. Guarded by Edelstein. Driving, kicks in the corner. Vincent settles and fires. No good. Rebound grab there by Rip. And now Hunt's going to push it up court. He looks in the corner, finds Rogers. Rogers back out, keeping him bounds. Driving to the hoop. Backdoor cutting, taken away there by McKnight. He's in transition now. It's going to be 3-on-1 for the Eagles. Backdoor cut. There is Combs, and it's good.
Yeah, and a great pass for McKnight, and he just set that up going to the right side. Notice Combs was moving to the other and brought the defense. He brought so much attraction to himself with the ball, and they just forgot Combs was open backside. Good pass.
Here's Rogers now. Guarded by Meltebarger. Rip standing at the top of the perimeter, hands it off Hunt. Hunt goes the other way. Back out Edelstein, fires with a hand in his face, falls short, rebound by Vincent.
And one thing I'm noticing about this Strafford offense, they like to get kind of their best shot. They're taking a while to move the ball around, try to get an open look, but Nixa just smothering them everywhere. You got to think maybe they'll try to do some pick and roll or something just to space out and free things up.
And being poked free, Combs almost keeping it alive, falls into one of our own, Nate Purrier down there. But it'll be Strafford basketball. Out goes Vincent, in goes Kellis, as Vincent serves some good time there, grabbing a few boards, and honestly, I thought his three was going in. A minute 19 left. The Eagles lead by 10, 14-4. Boise to bring it up.
I'm just sitting over here laughing because I think McKnight was getting talked to in the crowd, pointing at the scoreboard.
And that's the way he kind of plays. He got a fire lit in yesterday. You could tell he's getting frustrated. That's the last thing you want to do.
He's competitive. He's a winner. He wants to win. Obviously, he was upset about yesterday, but he just saw in the next game today. Here he is with a big steal.
McKnight with another steal, falling forward, and will be poked free. It'll be Strafford basketball. Checking into the game here in the first quarter is going to be Matthew Meisner. Out goes McKnight.
And Meisner coming in the game. We usually don't see him at all maybe till the end of the game, but it looks like Coach Blancett's going deep into his bench today after yesterday, just trying to get some more players some playing time and switch up their looks, which is a good idea. You don't want to be too predictable.
Trying to see especially what other guys have. Meisner guards Rogers. Now Rogers swings it around. Boise, far corner now. Here's Willis driving baseline, met by Meltebarger. And it's taken away out of bounds. It will be Nixa basketball.
Yeah, and there was, again, just this Nixa defense smothering Strafford. They're trying to get a look inside like they have all game, and they're just all collapse on them. And you'd like to see maybe as they all collapse on the person driving in, a kick out to a three-point shot, but they just haven't been able to get it off.
Here's Foster to bring it up now for the Eagles. 16 seconds left on the clock. Screen brought on by Meltebarger. Kicks it over Kellis. Kellis, Foster, Combs. 8 seconds left on the clock. Combs kicks it over. Foster left open for three. No good. Rebound by Meltebarger. 1 second on the clock. He kicks it out again, and the Eagles won't get a last-second shot off. And that's the end of the first. 14-4, the Eagles lead. We'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Beauty and Wellness Co. (14-4), the Eagles lead here in Hammond Student Center. Winner goes to the 5th place game in the blue division. Actually, is it the gold division? The gold division. As both teams fell off yesterday in their quarterfinal matchup. The Eagles, of course, being a 1 seed and losing to unranked, unseeded Bolivar. Another considerable upset before. Strafford lost to the 5 Greenwood. Boise pump fakes on Flint, bounces back off his body.
Just back to that upset yesterday. It just looks like Nixa today. They've made more shots, so they're shooting better from the field goal percentage already, I feel like, than they did yesterday.
Combs, fast break, free throw line jumper on the jump stop. Rebound by McKnight, hop, step through, foul will be called on the ground.
Just even that shot by Combs there right there, just a more high percentage shot than yesterday they were taking, smarter. And it just looks like that's just the story of today's game. They're just being smarter with the ball, and it's working. Obviously, they have the 10-point lead, and they're hustling on defense.
And pass taken away there by Mullins. He'll be up the sideline. Stopped there, but somehow gets a pass off to Boise. Boise's layup is good.
Yeah, and that was an amazing pass from Mullins, really, because you're taught to not jump, really, at all unless you're going to shoot the ball or if you know you're going to pass it. And right there, he just jumps, and it looks like he's going to be stopped as the 2 Eagles right next to him. But he's able to think quick and get the pass off for the easy layup. It's a harder play than some realize.
Kels's 3 won't go after the missed layup there by Flint. Moving around, here's Combs. Combs looks inside for McKnight. McKnight wins the jump ball and catches a hard body for Edelstein.
Man, they've been aggressive on McKnight today. They're fouling him left and right.
Yeah, he's been taking some hard hits. That's kind of how it's been all year. He's been taking a beating.
Yeah, he's used to it, though.
Combs takes a contested 3. No good. Rebound by Mullins. Eagles come out of press. A big steal there by Kellis. Kellis will go up and lay it off the glass.
That press worked like a charm there. Caught him off guard and just simply took the ball away from him. He couldn't do anything. The easy lay for Kellis.
Boise coming off the screen, driving baseline. The reverse lay, no good. Foul's going to be called as he hits the ground hard.
And that was a smart decision there from Reeser.
Cody Boise.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong roster. Boise, their outside game hasn't been working really. Their offense hasn't been working, but there knows that their offense just haven't been able to make shots, so it takes a strong drive to the basket, able to get to the line now and try to get some easier points for this offense that just hasn't been there.
Boise at the line. The first free throw will not go. Foster will check out Meltebarger will check in. Second free throw coming away from Boise is good. 16-7 now. Here's Flint to bring it up court, swinging it around with Kellis. Back over. Kellis in the corner. He pulls it out, guarded by Boise now. Jab step as the Strafford defense is sitting back in a zone, and Eagles offense hasn't had any looks so far. Hands it off. Makes a man miss. There's Combs going up through some contact. It's good. Adam McKnight.
And McKnight has been, we talked about taking contact all game, and there he just embraces it, takes it hard to the basket, looking for the and one, but he doesn't get it, but gets the layup.
Here's Boise over Mullins. Mullins moves it around, finds Willis. Willis, jab step, picks up his dribble, finds Rogers. Rogers swinging around, back to Mullins. Coming off some screens, cutting through. Here's Boise, the fadeaway jumper, no good off the iron. Rebound there by Meltebarger. Now moving it fast will be Kevon Flint.
And although Boise missed there, that was a good play design. Coming around the double stagger curl there, gets him wide open on his one-on-one that he wanted. You'd like to see him get past the defender for the easy layup, but got to his spot and put up a shot that he thought he could make, but just wasn't able to fall.
And Ty Kells will cause some chaos down low in the paint, making two guys fall on the push. We're going to see Ryder Ross check into the game. Actually, Jordan Edelstein check into the game. Out comes Boise. Edelstein now moving it around, finds Willis. Willis stands in front of the Eagles bench, top of the perimeter. Rogers. Here cutting is Mullins back in the corner. Willis catches and fires away, no good. Rebound by Rip as he soars through the air and lays it in.
And Rip, that's just textbook big man offense there. Gets the offensive rebound, and that's how you catch high, shoot high. He keeps it high there and is able to let no one block him and puts up the easy two.
Here's Kells, kicks it out. McKnight thinks about it. Inside, Meltebarger using his size, runs over Mullins and lays it in for two.
Meltebarger using his body and worked out there as he just threw him to the ground. He was trying to draw a charge, obviously. He kind of flopped there, I felt like.
And a deep, deep pass. And it almost takes out our director, Drew, there. It'll be Flint to pass it in and gets it over to Foster now. Combs moves it around, finds McKnight. Brings it back out beyond the arc. Here's Combs. A three-pointer from McKnight. It's good. A deep, deep shot from the big man.
And last year, McKnight really wasn't able to shoot three-pointers, just kind of settled for mid-ranges. But this year, the games I've been to, like in Arkansas, he's knocked down some threes. There, he knocked down a three, and it's just kind of working on that shot, and it's paying off.
Boise drives in, and he gets trapped by three defenders. Swiping at it was Meltebarger. The Euro set from Mullins, no good.
Yeah, and right there was a good move from Mullins, but just not able to convert. Too much traffic in his face.
Traveling violation will be called there on McKnight. Checking back into the game now will be Wyatt Vincent. Out goes Bryce Foster.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Strafford offense. Not a lot of shots going in, but their plays are working, in my opinion. They are getting the shots up that they want, just not able to knock them down. So I think that's something that they'll talk about at halftime. Just something.
Shot is blocked there by Combs as Boise went for the reverse layup. Picking up his dribble was McKnight there.
Just something about them. They're getting what they want. They're getting the shots that they want, but they just got to knock them down. They got to get out of their head. Just play loose, have fun, and they'll be able to hit them.
And we're going to see JT Mullings check into the game. Bringing it up court now is Flint over McKnight. He holds it at the top of the perimeter. Jab step, loses control of the basketball, taken away there by Ross. Ross is going to be heading in transition now. He looks in the corner, finds Mullins. Mullins fires away, it falls short. He gets his own rebound, back out Ross. Ross over Voicy, step back, deep three, it's good.
And what led to that three is Mullins on the other end. He comes into the game, he's a freshman, and he's just being very vocal on the defensive end. I'm looking at him yelling, hey, I got ball, switch, just letting his teammates know what's happening. And then there he poked the ball free, which what got them the ball in the first place, and then Voicy knocks down the three.
Oh my goodness, what a take there from Kevon Flint to lay it in. So he outruns some defenders. Now Mullins is going to go over, and he airballs that one, but he gets it back out to Voicy. Voicy looks back inside, jump ball over Ty Hunt. Hunt goes up on Vincent, throws off the glass, no good. Rebound by McKnight. Timeout called by Coach Brock Blainson. A minute 55 left. 25-12, the Eagles lead. We'll be back after this short break. And we are back with a minute 55 left here in the 79th annual Greenwood Blue and Gold. The Eagles will come out on offense, swinging it around. Here's Combs heading to the hoop, back out McKnight. One more time, why don't you? And it'll fall short. Rebound there by Ross. Here's Voicy moving up court fast. He looks to go all the way, and he'll go behind the back pass to Hunt. He won't be able to hold on to it. Now it's going to be a 2-on-1. Mullins pokes that one free. Cutting in front of McKnight, and I really don't know how that was a foul. I think that was a really good play there by JT Mullins.
Yeah, flying in for the steal. It looked like more McKnight shoved him. He went flying into the table over there. But yeah, what I'm seeing from the Strafford defense, they come out in the 2-3 zone, which allows you want the team to shoot threes there. You're kind of just protecting the paint. And after Nix's performance from the free-point line yesterday, I understand it. Obviously, they didn't show they were able to hit it yet, and they come out and forcing them to shoot them.
Combs no good once again. He's 1 for 3 on the day, and it'll be Strafford basketball.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that zone wants. Combs shoots an early three in the offense that they honestly didn't really need. I bet they could have worked for an easier shot, but that's what the 2-3 zone does.
Now to bring it up court. Here is Mullins. He loses control of his dribble, guarded by Flint behind his back, splitting through some defenders. Here's Ryder Ross now. Ross picks up his dribble at the top of the perimeter. Swings around. Mullins, jump ball inside to Rip, and a great pass there. And Rip will lay it in, won't go. Rebound by Kellis.
And there, Rip was just trying to use his height to overpower McKnight, about looks maybe 2-3 inches taller than him. Just caught it high and shot high once again, but wasn't able to let that one fall. Good defense from McKnight to get the contest.
Here's Flint, swings it around, finds Kellis. Kellis back to Flint. 42 seconds left on the clock. He moves it over. Combs thinks about it, swings it back around.
And here you'd like to see Nixa try to get it into McKnight against this 2-3 zone, because the middle is really the weakest point, and if they can get it to McKnight, everyone will collapse onto him and it'll open up some shots.
20 seconds left on the clock. Flint breaks the count. He drives to the hoop now, finds an opening Euro step through the lane, throws out the glass. A foul will be called, and he'll send him to the line to shoot 2.
And strong take from Flint. Realizes the clock is winding down. He needs to get a shot up and just drives inside, Euro steps, and he knows he's going to get fouled, and it's exactly what happens.
This was also a great job there by Ryder Ross. He kept Flint in his face the entire time, and I almost thought he was going to get the violation.
Yeah, he was up on him near the half-court line, like you said, pressing really well.
We're going to see Colt McCoy check in. Out goes Adam McKnight with 12.7 seconds on the clock. So Cameron Miller is the only Eagle yet to get in yet, and he's also a sophomore, part of the group getting the travel as Brock usually rotates it around. Now bringing it up court. Is Voicey. Hands it off. Driving now, Voicey. Foul's going to be called, and actually out of bounds is going to be called. And we're going to see McKnight check back into the game.
I thought they might call a block on Meltebarger. He was kind of just riding him there and bumping him, but they didn't. He must have stepped out over there. We couldn't see it. We're on the opposite side, and now Nixa has got a chance to get the last shot up.
Pass taken away there by Rip, and you see the frustration on Blancett's face, and it's good there. Rip, the clock never started, so I don't think the basket's going to count.
He's indicating that it'll count, the ref. But it shouldn't because it seemed longer than 2.5 seconds. And it took him to get down there.
So I think they're going to give Strafford the ball. I wouldn't be shocked if they gave Strafford the ball, no basket, and they added time back on the clock.
Yeah.
To win before the clock even started.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to count the basket and leave the time on the clock.
And
actually, they're going to send it to halftime.
That just it seemed way longer than 2.5 seconds. It took them to run down. I don't
understand that one. We're going to send it over to Parker Mannings. He's going to have a word with Coach Blancett.
I'm here with Coach Blancett. Coach, how does your team plan to bounce back after yesterday's loss?
Well, I've just got to play hard. It's another game. I thought our defensive effort that first half was really good. We can't have that turnover over there at the end of the first half, but overall, I thought our defense was really good. And, if we continue to play defensively like that, we'll be in good shape.
And does a game like that motivate you guys for the rest of the season?
I don't know if that motivates them. Maybe it does. You'd have to ask them that question. I know that, we've had to think long and hard over the last 24 hours what we need to do better, and I thought that first half we did a pretty good job.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Yeah.
And we are back here at Hammond Student Center after the break. The Eagles lead by 12 after a very controversial call between the refs. And what happened was pass in from Meltebarger gets picked off by Brady Ripp. He was at half court. He found a way from get to half court to the bucket in 2.5 seconds, and the clock never started.
With contact on the way.
Yeah, with contact on the way. And somehow there was 1.5 seconds left on the clock after it happened. So I'm still a little confused on what happened for sure. But they ended up giving the bucket to Strafford going into the break and called it halftime. We had some words with Coach Blanchett at halftime. We actually saw him have some words with the ref at halftime, just wondering what happened and why it was that call.
Yeah, we took our headsets off, and I was like, there's no way he made it from half court. Or it was past half court, really. It was kind of at the volleyball line to the bucket in 2.5 seconds. But
Kellis fires from three. It's off. Rebound there by Connor Rogers. And the Eagles team is running that offense they kind of started putting in when they were in Arkansas. We actually have to run scout team defense against that.
Yeah, I remember that. I think
a push off by. Are they going to call this on Kevon Flint?
I think they hit every single three on him. Every single three on us while we were playing scout team defense.
And they called that on Kevon Flint.
Yeah, which I don't understand because down here McKnight's jersey was getting ripped. They got untucked like he had it. Down there, just confused. They're being so rough on McKnight, but then call Flint for the littlest thing.
But I was so confused about Boise using the arm there, pushing off a little bit. But fouls being called, if I feel like you're going to call anything, you should just call nothing at all.
Yeah.
Swinging around, here's Ross, gets over Willis. Willis finds Hunt in the corner now. Hunt guarded, driving baseline on Foster. He'll lose control of the basketball. It will be Nixa ball.
Yeah, and Foster just kind of forced him to the corner there, and he nowhere to go, just lost control of the ball. All up on him. It's good defense from Foster.
Here's Kevon Flint now standing at the volleyball line. Bounce pass inside on the block. Here's McKnight fading away over two defenders. No good. Rebound by Kellis, but he won't control it, and it will go out of bounds.
And that was kind of McKnight's bread and butter all last year, just that fadeaway mid-range shot. From what I've watched this year, he hasn't been hitting it lately as much as he used to.
He's slowing down on that aspect, but he's picking up, I feel like, on his finishing.
Yeah.
His finishing in the paint has definitely gotten better from where it was last year. Kicking it out here. Here's Ross. Ross cuts through over McKnight. No good. Rebound by Kellis. Kellis is going to push it up to Foster. Foster hits his outlet man. Pass over. There was Flint to Combs. Combs sidestep for three. It's good. Chase Combs.
That was just good ball movement from the Eagles down on the fast break. Foster passes it up and then to Flint, and then Flint just dumps it off, and there's Combs for the wide open three. He's been kind of slow on his three-pointers this game, but he hits the first one of this half to kind of get him going again.
Willis's three, no good. Rebound by Foster. Foster gets it up to Kellis. Kellis in transition. He'll lay it off the glass, and it's good.
And right there, just good fast break offense. Hits him in stride, and he's able to lay it up easy. And now Strafford's going to want to talk it over as Nixa just got 2 easy buckets.
Strafford calls a 30-second timeout. This timeout's brought to you by Wise Guy Screen Printing. 31-14, the Eagles lead, and they need to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, it's the defense translating to the offense. They're getting more steals. Obviously, we said in the pregame they didn't have a lot yesterday, missing Randy Flint. But they've gotten a couple steals, gotten some stops, and they're able to push it upfield easy. And that's kind of this identity of the Nixa team. Fast break offense, quick pace. And obviously you have to play defense to get it, and here they are now.
It'll be Strafford basketball. In front of the Eagles bench. And we saw Coach Boyce step out on the court and have a word with Flint about the defense and offense they're running currently. And he's staying pressed up on Boise. Flint's one of the smarter players the Eagles have.
Yeah, he's very disciplined. He just doesn't foul a lot. Like you said, high basketball IQ, makes good passes, and just safe overall with the basketball.
Here's Rogers, thinks about it, moves it around. Ross back to Rogers, now Willis. Willis looks back door for the cut, and it'll be off the hands of Kevon Flint.
And with that high IQ comes more trust, obviously, from the coaches, and that's why we see him this year in his role starting point guard. And they look to him, maybe a close game. They need someone to handle the ball. There he is.
Here's Ross. Working off a screen there from Willis. Backdoor cuttings, Hunt, and what a play. Some ball movement from the Strafford Indians.
And there's that offense I was talking about first half. They're getting the shots that they want. Their offense is working. They just haven't been able to hit it down, but they're just getting easy layup, and I hope 9 times out of 10 you're going to make that.
Foster's 3 won't go, but he'll poke that one. Hunt will throw it off the glass. No good. One-handed rebound. Actually loses control there was McKnight. Pass off. Now some chaos heading inside the paint.
And there was another good look inside. Fake the shot, is in the air. And he got the Nixa players to bite as well and just dumps it off. And I think he took it up a bit slow. He could have went up faster to make it, actually, but he gets the foul instead. And now at the line.
Free throws fired away, and it's good. No good. Whoa, not good. It's no good. 31-16 still your score. Ross 0 for 1 at the line. Second free throw is good. Bounce pass over. Foster now. Kicks it up. Combs. Combs pump fake. Now driving through the lane. Kicks it out. Kellis. Kellis, a three-point shot. No good. Rebound by McKnight. He's left open. He'll lay it in. Kellis is just struggling to see one go in.
Yeah, McKnight, just no one near him on that rebound. It's kind of confusing because you'd think someone would box him out, but I think he was surprised to be that wide open. Just put it up easy.
Here's Rogers, looks inside, finds Ross. Ross over to Hunt. Rogers now driving baselines. Voice, step back, pull up jumper, no good. Rebound by Combs. Combs is going to push it up court now with Voice on his hip. Over, driving baseline now, throwing it up is Kevon Flynn. He'll be no good, but fouled first. We're going to see 2 Indians head over to the scores table. It's going to be Rip and Edelstein.
Yeah, and they called him on that foul there. Just didn't put his hands up. He had good positioning, but he just kept his hands down. It looked like he was creating the contact, and
not Flint, who was.
Yeah, who was, and the refs obviously are going to call that.
Flint's free throw is good. Timeout called by Coach Blanchett. It'll be a full timeout, so we're going to take a break. The Eagles lead by 17, 34-17. We'll be back after this break. And the pass in is going to be to Mullings and gets it off Edelstein. The Eagles are going to come out here in a press, trying to create some chaos, taken away there by Combs. Combs gets it up, one-hand snag by Flint. Flint, the pull-up jumper over 2 defenders. It's good. Now Mullins is going to try to answer back fast. Taken away there. A little too much contact coming from Kevon Flint, though.
Yeah, and back to that shot from Flint. It was good concentration on the basket and what he was doing. He was falling down, it looked like, when he was shooting it with the contact and a hand all in his face, and he was just able to get it off and sinks it right there on that foul. Just he saw his opening for the steal, and just a little too late as he made a lot of contact.
Here's Voicey cutting through the lane, throws it off the side of the hoop. It's no good. Here's Combs in transition, 2-on-1, weaving through defenders, throws it up and one.
Good take from Flint, strong with the ball, not letting anyone touch it. Obviously the foul, there were two people ripping at it, but he's able to keep control and easily get the layup. I thought he was going to try to dunk it maybe, but.
So I'm sitting here and I just watched Jace Combs point at the volleyball court, like the out-of-bounds line, and ask if that was the free throw line, when it's the free throw line's about a foot behind that.
And it's a bit confusing.
And a big dunk there from Brady Rip as the Indians just carved through that Eagles press.
Yeah, it just looked like he got lost in the back, kind of cherry picking down there, waiting for it to get broken so he's wide open.
And oh my goodness, Rip takes a hard fall, soaring over McKnight, and those are two big guys. It was like a small car crash there.
Yeah, I thought Rip was, I'm happy he got up quick because his head slammed on the ground.
And he's still a little slow, kind of figuring out where he is. So send McKnight to the line.
Those are those falls you see not many people get up from, so I'm happy.
Also grateful McKnight didn't jump because that would have made it about 3 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
Free throws fired away, and it's no good off the back iron. Colton Willis is going to check in for JT Mullings. And 3:04 left, and Coach Blanson's yet to sub anybody into the game. The Eagles lead by 20. Second free throw is fired away, and it will rim in and out. The Eagles back out on the press. Voicey getting out trap. Ross bounce pass up. Edelstein looking for anybody, finds Voicey. Voicey crosses the timeline, passes it up. Flynn almost picks that pass off. Driving to the hoop, throws it off the glass. It's good. There's Ryder Ross.
That's just a good move inside from Ross as well. Just a veer step to kind of get away from McKnight and make sure you can't block it. And one hand off the fingertip, good touch, and able to get it in.
Combs now driving to the basket. Moves it around. Here's Kellis. And he'll hit the ground hard and very awkwardly. He throws up a shot, so he'll go to the line. 2-shoot-2. We're going to see Vincent and Meltebarger head to the scores table.
And what I'm noticing immediately from this Knicks offense in the second half is they're just driving to the basket more. They're making it adamant that they want to get to the free throw line and they want to get easier shots than the three-pointers they were settling for.
That's the third person to go up to the volleyball line thinking it was the free throw line and start to shoot a free throw. And now he's set back to the actual free throw line. It's really hard to see, I'll admit it, but still a little confused how they think that's the free throw line. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
I don't know. Well, the first thing I noticed when I walked in is I was looking at her camera, and it's like I just see the volleyball court smack dab in the middle.
Second free throw from Kellis is good, so Kellis will check out for Meltebarger, and Vincent will check in also for Foster.
But after 3 people do it, you think
what
the next
one
one would
figure
notice.
it out, yeah. Eagles now extend that lead to 21. Voicey, a deep three-pointer, no good off the back iron. And Vincent tips the rebound up to find Willis in the corner. Here's Edelstein. His three-point shot is also no good. Vincent in transition now. He loses control of the ball, and Edelstein will poke it free. And poke free once again. McKnight gets it. Shot blocked finally. And that could have been a highlight reel if Vincent kept control of that ball.
Yeah, just kind of got out of control. Like you said, lost the ball. But, yeah, I thought he was maybe going to try to dunk it. But loses it, and then he lost it again on the shot. But luckily, McKnight was there to clean it up.
McKnight's first free throw falls short. Second free throw is also no good. Hunt on the rebound as he checks in alongside Connor Rogers. Here's Rogers. Hesitates. Bounce pass inside. Taken away there by Meltebarger. And it will stay Indians basketball. Foster and Seitz will check into the game. Out goes Flint and Combs. And jump ball inside to Rip, and he pulls that one over the head of McKnight, and he shoves off of him. Here's Vincent now in transition again. He'll pull it back out beyond the arc. Looks, finds McKnight. McKnight, elbow jumper, falls short. Timeout called by the Indians. And I'm confused how that wasn't a technical on.
That's 2 times now that Strafford just looks like they're blatantly going for Nixa. I mean, there's no other way to put it. They're just shoving them and throwing punches.
It seems like Coach Rodney Mullins was more mad about the fact that McKnight was getting involved, but I honestly thought he was making a play on the ball.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a very aggressive play there.
Yeah,
I'll admit it.
It just looked like he was kind of shoving him.
But I thought the moment he lost control of the ball and you saw the arm of Rip go forward with a fist and kind of a shove.
And then earlier, Vincent just gets shoved. I mean, there was no other play on that. So I'm just confused how none of those have been called, honestly.
(42-21), the Eagles lead. We'll be back after. Actually, we're not going to be back. I'm still a little confused on what all happened.
Yeah, I just don't know how none of that gets called. And they've kind of been on McKnight all game. I mean, earlier they were tugging on his jersey a bit, and they're just not really doing it. They're just letting him play.
Yeah, and that one was it was a tough call. Either way, you're trying to keep control of this game. It hasn't been too out of control, so they're not going to give anything away just yet.
Yeah. The last thing you want to see is the referee take over the game. So
here's Edelstein coming off a screen. His three-point shot, no good again. Rebound there by McKnight. He'll drive to the hoop now. Post it up on Hunt. Draw some contact. He'll throw it up and be fouled. And a big collision there as Edelstein falls on Hunt. Actually, that was on Rip.
like McKnight fell on Rip, and then Rip fell on Edelstein.
Voice and Mullins will head to the table for the Indians, along with Combs.
That's Rip's 4th one for today, and he's obviously been playing aggressive on McKnight, trying to get in his head a bit, but hasn't really worked. And now he's at 4. Here he comes out the game. Hopefully he doesn't foul out.
So Rip and Rogers will check out, and Combs will sit awaiting McKnight.
You got to think if Rip comes in, you can't guard McKnight because McKnight kind of has that aggressive attitude to go to the basket, and he might draw a foul on him.
Foul called there on McKnight, and not only that, the way McKnight plays.
Meltzberger got the foul.
Meltzberger with the foul there. The way McKnight plays, he instigates it.
Mm-hmm.
You see it a lot. He's an aggressive player, competitive, but
he's the one that runs in there and gets them to call the foul.
Yeah.
So all Rip has to do is just be there once, and he's out of the game.
And not only that, he lets it be known.
Yeah.
And Voice will drive on Vincent. The floater, no good. Now Vincent's gonna be in transition. Kicks it over. Combs backdoor. He'll lay it off the glass.
And Voice on that take, I'm looking at the Strafford bench. They're just kind of, it looks like they're just kind of getting confused on how they're on a foul. Like they're getting frustrated. They get one right there, but they're just doing everything they can to get to the basket, and just no fouls are being called. And I think it's kind of getting into their head. They're getting frustrated, and we saw it on Voice's missed shot there.
And they ever get a foul, it looks like a little hip comes from behind of Bryce Foster. So we're going to see Bradley Mullins at the line. First free throw is good. (45-22). The Eagles still lead. Second free throw for Mullins is also good. He's going to cut it down to 22. Here's Seitz as they throw it up. And the trap got brought on. He gets a pass off to Foster. Foster pass taken away there. Here comes Combs, and to break it up, and it'll be blocked as Voicy's headed to the hoop.
And that was a good play from Combs. It uses his wingspan. You know, he's got those long arms and just reaches in there and knocks it down. Make sure no foul's called. And then he just pokes it away, gives up the easy layup, and now Nixa has a chance to stop them.
Timeout called by Coach Mullings. We're going to take a short break, brought to you by Wise Guy Screen Printing. Taken away there by Foster. Out of the break, here's Combs. Combs pulls it out. Bounce pass over, Seitz now. Seitz gets to Meltebarger. Back over Seitz. Seitz to Vincent. Looks in the corner one more time. Meltebarger gets that one ripped, but finds the hands of Foster somehow.
Looked like he was anticipating it was going to get stealed.
8 seconds on the clock. Foster going to work now, driving through. Vincent in the corner. Combs over. 2 seconds on the clock. Fighting for it's Edelstein. And the shot will be thrown off and out of bounds. 45-23. The Eagles lead going into the break. We'll be back after this break. It'll be Indians ball to start the fourth. We're going to see Ryder Ross bring it up for the Indians. He'll pick up his dribble on the far wing. Looks for somebody, finds Mullins. Mullins driving on Foster to the hoop. Goes up, blocked by Combs. Rebound there, Rip goes to lay it in, and it'll be good.
And Rip back into this game now, playing with 4 fouls. And there he gets the rebound off the block and just puts it up easy. They're trailing his man like Foster did earlier.
And oh, great move there, finding back door. There's Kellis, won't finish. Now the reverse lay will go. A great look there by Kevon
Yeah, and
Flynn.
Flynn had a good move to get open too, driving in. He could have had a mid-range if he wanted, but was unselfish and found Ty Kellis back door, just sitting on the block.
Posted up, here's Rip, fading away, way too long. Fighting for the board there is Voicey and Combs. Now Voicey's floater won't go off the front iron. Rebound by Combs. Combs going to be working in transition. It'll be 2-on-1. Heading to the hoop. Euro step on Mullins, and he'll throw it in. There's Jace Combs.
That was a pretty move from Combs, using his length as well to just take some big step to the left, and no one's practically wide open for him. He gets another, looked like a steal right there.
And here goes Combs. Ross now on his hip. The shot is up, and it's good, and one. Combs gives a little look down.
And Combs getting active now on offense and defense there. He poked it free, and it looked like he got bumped, but he kept with it and picked it up and gets the and one now, along with his layup there he had earlier. I wish they had a way to say how many points someone scored in here.
I know, I'm kind of wondering.
He's got to be in the teens.
Free throw is good. And McKnight's pants fell down. So he got ripped down. A foul's going to be called. Ryder Ross, and that's his 5th. We're going to see Colin Wells check in to the game. So, I don't know what we're waiting on just yet. The substitution.
I think that's what they're waiting on, just making sure they have the right person in.
Colin Willis will check into the game. It'll be Eagles ball. Pass taken away there by Edelstein. He tiptoed, and I think he stepped out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. Blocked off the backboard. There's Combs. Rip second chance, no good. I'm still a little confused how that wasn't out of bounds up the sideline.
I thought he stayed in bounds. I thought he was tiptoeing down the sideline, but it doesn't matter because Combs was flying in. Got the block, and now Rogersville calls another timeout.
Strafford calls.
Or Strafford, sorry.
It's okay, I get mixed up too. Strafford will call their last timeout, and we're going to take a break, 52-25. We'll be back. And it'll be Eagles ball after the great chase down block there by Combs. A little LeBron James action there. Driving to the hoop. Here's Combs coming off a couple screens, working around. The pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound there by Rip. And we're going to see the entire Eagles bench, besides Vincent, head to the hoop. The layup there by Hunt, no good. Rebound by McKnight. And grabbing onto the jersey there was Edelstein. Hands it off now to Flint was Foster. The free throw line jumper, no good. Fighting for the board there was McKnight. Gets him to jump, and Rip's day is over. McKnight will go to the line. So that'll be the second Indian to foul out. 5:39 on the clock. The Eagles lead 52-25. Voicey will check in for Rip, and the Eagles bench doesn't get to come in just yet. Here, Meltebar got a little excited. Free throw from McKnight is good. So we're going to see everybody besides McCoy check into the game. So coming in, it will be Meltebarger, Seitz, Miesner, and Miller. McCoy will hang out at the table waiting for McKnight at the line. His free throw is good. Out goes McKnight, and comes Colt McCoy. He goes 2 for 2 there. And he is improving.
Yeah, it's improvement. I was going to say.
He is improving as the years went on, and it's been
coaches are all smiles on the sideline.
because he is. I mean, he's worked hard for that.
Yeah. It's been really what's been holding him back all this time, and now he's starting to make them. Just
here, Rogers for 3. It's good. Connor Rogers from downtown. Now Owen Seitz. The trap brought on. Bounce pass over to Meltebarger. Meltebarger finds Miller wide open. Miller goes up with it, and it will fall in. Congratulations, Cameron Miller. Welcome to varsity, his first 2 points.
yeah, good look inside for Meltzbarger, and Miller's just sitting there wide open, and he's able to put one up as gets a foul there, I think.
Colin Willis will put it up. Basket's good. Foul charge to Matthew Miesner.
But yeah, that double team brought on Meltebarger just left Miller wide open.
Timeout called by Coach Blancett. 56-30, the Eagles lead. We'll be back after this break, brought to you by Beauty and Wellness Co. And the and one free throws fired away, and Willis will convert. Now here is Seitz, throws it up court, finds Miesner. Miesner in transition, throws it off the glass. No good. Rebound there by Meltebarger. He'll put it up, and the foul will be called.
And it was a good pass down the court from Seitz. He was getting pressed heavy, but he saw wide open. He had 2 options. It was Miesner and Meltebarger, and Miesner's wide open there, and I think it's just varsity jitters a bit, not able to knock it down, but Meltebarger's the cleanup crew there and gets the foul.
Free throw for Meltebarger. It's good. Second free throw is also good. Here's Voicey going to work at Seitz, drives through the lane, up and over Miesner, and it's good.
Yeah, strong take inside. I think he was looking for the foul as well as Miesner just being left open here on this press.
Here's McCoy now. He'll bring it back out, gets it over Seitz. Seitz guarded by Hunt. Hands it off Meltebarger. Meltebarger spinning off, gets it over. Miesner, but it's taken away. Here's Edelstein. Edelstein chased down, throws it up, and there's Hunt, no good. As there was Seitz in pursuit there, but Edelstein's coming from behind. Almost picked away there by Voicey heading to the hoop. The up and over, no good. Rebound by Miesner. He goes through some contact. It's good. And that might be the dagger. Now pointed back out, the three-pointer from Voicey. Count it.
And Voicey's been kind of quiet today. Like you said, 37 points on day one. You'd think he kind of would have that fire in him today after getting blown out by Greenwood, but just none of his shots have been going in, but right there he gets one to hit. And
McCoy goes up and he'll lay it in. And Coach Blancett shows some frustration there with Seitz as he has a rough take to the hoop. Voicey now guarded tightly by Seitz. 62-36. Spinning off of him, throws it off the glass, and not and one. It will rim in and out. Looked good there, and wouldn't finish. We're going to see Kellis, Flint, McKnight, and Combs head to the scores table, along with 5 new Indians.
Looking like Foster might go on as well. He's getting his jersey tucked in. And he will.
So a brand new 5 for both. The starters come back in for the Eagles. We're going to see Hudson Turner, Eli Howard, Colton Dapper, and Mason Henson come in. Boise at the line, and it will be good. He'll check out of the game. In comes JT Mullings. Hands it off. Here's McKnight. McKnight guarded by Damper. He heads to the hoop, kicks it in the corner. Kellis. Kellis drives at the valley, poked free, but regains possession over to Flint. Jab step from Combs, pass it over Flint. Here's Foster posted up. Swinging around the perimeter as the Eagles are just chewing some clock. McKnight finds a hole, heads to the hoop, and he'll lay it in.
Yeah, and like you said, chewing some clock there, but just trying to look for the open shot. And McKnight saw the hole in the defense, took him one-on-one all the way to the hoop and was able to lay it in easy. But good, patient offense from the Eagles. And even though it's just kind of garbage time minutes, I'd like to see that maybe more in the closer games like Bolivar yesterday whenever it mattered.
McKnight will find it on the fast break. He'll slip and fall down, keeps his balance. Pass taken away there. There's Mason Henson, gets it up court. JT Mullins. Mullins will lay it in for an easy 2.
And there on that steal, it just looked like no one was trying to get open. Everyone was just standing still, kind of just waiting for McKnight to pass the ball to them, but no one moving and gets stolen, obviously. An easy point for the freshman.
And it's going to be a 30-second timeout called just to get some subs in.
Offense just looked kind of dead there, too. All just kind of standing there.
Strafford wants to talk it over. And it looked like the Eagles were just trying to get subs in. The Eagles lead by 24. Now it's going to be a full timeout. I'm a little confused on what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't know
why they
changed it. Strafford doesn't have anymore, but.
Well, we know Strafford, but it was Nixa who called the timeout. So Coach Blanton called the timeout to get the subs in. Just a 30-second one. He didn't want them to bring it in, but Coach Mullings wanted them to talk it over, so he was
nice enough to give him the full.
Yeah. .206 left, and the Eagles are going to have themselves a spot in the 5th place game back here at Hammond Student Center at 7 o'clock. They'll play the winner of Hartville, and I believe it's a winner of Hartville in West Plains. Inside, here's McCoy. The look from Meisner. He'll throw it up. No good. Second chance will go.
That was a good pass for Meisner inside, too. The big man up top getting a good left-hand look. Easy to McCoy. McCoy can't hit the first one, so he doesn't get the assist, but he's able to hit the second one.
And that will get thrown out of bounds there by Eli Howard. Here's Owen Seitz to bring it up. He weaves through some defenders. Finds Meltebarger. Meltebarger driving through the hoop and fights through a lot of contact there. Fade away off the glass.
Yeah, that was a strong shot. And using the glass to help him make the shot. There, will tip it out. But like you said, good hop step inside to get a good move into the basket.
Here is Henson. The Eagles now lead by 28. The three-point shot blocked there by McCoy. Rebound. Bounce pass away. Taken away there by Miller. He'll get over to Seitz. 1:28. Seitz heading to the rim. Throws it up, and he will finish. Oh, my goodness. Owen Seitz, and he looks confused himself.
Yeah, I just saw him throw it up. He knew he was going to get fouled, so might as well throw it up. And I mean, that's just a strong left hand. Usually you can't even get the ball up like that whenever you're getting fouled that much. You're that close to falling over, but he just throws it up and he's able to make it.
So Seitz will give the Eagles a 31-point lead, and what a finish there. I've never seen anything like it. That was impressive.
Usually they just kind of miss it, or maybe airball even. Ooh.
And taken away there by Meltebar, throws it behind his back, finds McCoy cutting back door. The reverse lay won't finish. Meisner with the rebound. His mid-range jumper is also no good. The putback by Meltebarger will fall.
Impressed by Meltebarger there with the behind the back and then the no look, but McCoy wasn't able to make it, but Meltebarger's able to clean it up.
Now it'll be thrown away. It'll be Eagles ball. So the clock will be running, and stay tuned, folks. We're going to have a talk with our Wise Guys player of the game, Adam McKnight. He had an impressive performance today, and he had a little fire lit in him after kind of that first half of basketball yesterday. And the Eagles will hold this one out.
Yeah, McKnight today was playing aggressive, getting to his spot, and I think he made almost every shot in the paint, honestly. He was on fire and well-deserved player of the game. He was a big part of their offense today and defense.
Here's Meisner. Pass taken away there by Mullins. Goes up, throws it up off the glass. It's good. And that will do it. 73-42. The Eagles have a 31-point victory. We're going to send it down to Parker Mann for our player of the game interview with Adam McKnight. So we'll be back shortly.
I'm here with player of the game, Adam McKnight. Adam, did yesterday's loss fire you guys up today and for the rest of the season?
Yeah, definitely woke us up, gave us a wake-up call, and just made us realize that teams around here are coming to play, and we got to come to play too.
And it's not typical for Nixa to be on this side of the bracket. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
And back to this game, you had a physical matchup today. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, they were pretty physical down there, but we've been in the weight room too, so it's not too bad.
All right, thank you, Adam. Good luck.
73-42 is your final. The Eagles come out on top. And they'll be headed on to the fifth place game tomorrow at 7 p.m. here in Hammond Student Center. Thank you guys for tuning in to this edition of Nixa Basketball. I'm Brady Reaton alongside my partner,
Brady Richard.
Signing off.